Okay.
Are you okay?
She might even be more chill than her sister.
Yeah, she is pretty chill.
Go sleep in the hammock.
It's kind of scary, but it's okay. They seem to like go into trance the second you put them in here.
Just sleep in your hammock.
That's a weird sensation, huh?
Yeah.
This week we're clipping our goats because we're headed to a big goat show, and the judge needs to see them all cleaned up so that they can get awarded first place, because that's definitely gonna happen. If you thought clipping a goat was hard work, just try clipping a little tiny baby goat. That's why Kevin came up with this little contraption, and it is hilarious. Oh my goodness, she's like a totally different goat.
Oh man, that's cool. The color is way different in her.
Yeah, she had these black spots, but they're really more of a gray.
Man,
That's crazy.
She looks good.
Okay, set her up. Oh. Perfect, there you go.
She's ready to go after that long haircut. See, she likes it.
You like that? Is that scary? No, that's fun.
She likes pedicures and stuff like that. She's a prom queen.
You're all done.
Good job. Look, it's so good.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Naked baby. You look good. You look really good.
That color just comes through so well.
I know. She looks so bright. You look good. So trying to decide which babies to bring for the junior part of the show is hard because you have to go with the ones that you think will do the best and the ones who have taken to the training the easiest, because babies always fight you in the ring and you want like the least fighting as possible. So we decided obviously we're bringing Dolly and Reba, and then also the newest doeling in our herd, Prim. She was such a sweetie. When it was her time to be clipped, she just stood there. Oh my gosh, she was just darling. Also, we decided to try and bring Finnick. He's a bit of a stinker, but he is so gorgeous, and I'd really love to see what the judges think of him, because I think he looks amazing. But yeah, he hated being restrained for his clipping, although it is good training for him to learn to calm down when being restrained, so it was kind of a double hitter. He got to get some passive training while I was sitting there clipping him. Let me just say it was an interesting experience. Finally, we can't forget about sweet Raven. This is Tilly and Zorro's baby from last year, and I just love her so much. Her personality is so sweet, and I really love her body type. I feel like Zorro really improved a few things on Tilly. So I have high hopes for her, and she's really taken well to the training. She walks beautifully, and she lets us set her up and touch her back legs and everything. So I'm really excited to bring her to the show. In addition to all those babies, we're bringing all 5 of the milking does. And let me just say, when you see these milking does on the stand, they're always gonna look their worst, because whenever you restrain a goat, they always schlump their shoulders down and tuck in their rump. So you never judge a goat's body type on the stand. I just had to say that. Daphne, who is beautiful but has recently freshened, so that means she just had her babies about a month ago. So her condition isn't quite peak yet. You can see she's a little bit thin, so hopefully we can bulk her up in time. She's not too bad, but she could be a little bit better. Next is Olive, who is also on the thin side. She freshened back in March, and she's an amazing milker, which is a good thing, but she puts a lot of her energy into milk. She's a very voracious eater though, so I'm sure if we supplement her a little bit, she will start to bulk up a little bit and do better at the show. Next is Hazel. Now, as you guys know, she's my friend's goat who was staying with us for a while as they moved to another farm, and we're sort of playing with Hazel's genetics because she comes from some really great lines, and I really love her overall body conformation. Now, her lines are full of show-ins, so it will be really interesting to bring her. Her only setback is that she freshened or had her baby way back in October, and she only had one buckling, so this makes it difficult to really get her udder to look its best. So we'll try it. I'm still excited to bring her to the show. We'll see if we can get her udder to bulk up and look nice and big for that show. Now, Tatum is our 2-year-old first freshener, so her body type is more mature and her condition looks great, but since she freshened in November, she also had only one buckling, so her udder is on the small side, a lot like Hazel. So she's a consistent milker though, and we're just gonna still take her to the show and see how she does. She walks beautifully as well, so I don't know, we'll see. Oh, sweet Tilly. Now, I wasn't going to bring her to the show at first because she's a bit wobbly on those back legs. And if you don't know her history, as a 1-year-old, Tilly tried to jump over a fence and yeah, broke her leg. So we almost had to put her down way back then, but luckily the vet was able to cast it, and well, she's always sort of struggled with that back leg. She never has quite walked right on it, but she still looks pretty good, and I think we're just gonna give her a shot. There's a 5-year-old and older class at the show, and I just want to put Grandma Tilly in there. I want to see how she does. So that's it. We've got all the goats ready. I did decide to leave Blair at home with little Faye so they could just be buddies, and I'm not sure Blair would do that well at the show, so I'm gonna leave her out this time.
You guys are all winners in our hearts.
Okay, we've got all the goats clipped and we're ready for the show, right, family?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We are excited because we are totally ready for the show this year. It has been a full month of practice and they are all really good. Look how good they walk. Olive looks great. It's funny because little Raven just follows everybody around. Raven, you're kind of in the way. You're kind of bugging, sweetie. Come here. Good job, Lydia. Lydia is a pro at setting them up.
I am a pro, aren't I?
Yeah. Get that leg out. A little bit further back. Like the leg needs, the one that's closest to me needs to go just a little bit back. Good job. You look good. You look good. I've been practicing a ton with little Raven here. She's the best one. You're the best one, aren't you? Aren't they so cute, all clipped?
So pretty.
So pretty. Prim's so pretty. The 2 little red girls are so pretty. They look so tiny with all their fur cut off. I know, that's so sad. That's so sad. Yeah, their back legs, they don't like it. And then when you settle them down, they hate that. You're doing good though. That's perfect. Scratch on this side you're on. Yeah. So Ethan's lucky because he's so tall. He doesn't have to show the babies.
None of the babies, yeah.
So it's
You get out of it this time.
So it's us
Ethan.
shorties.
Well, I'm tall too.
Tall is a strong word.
She does not like to be led, but she'll eventually learn how to do it. So all these 3 girls are in the same class. So that will be interesting. Good job. She's like, why are you doing that? So Finnick is also one of the worst, but that's just because he's new. I think that Finnick and Prim are also in a new spot, new place, you know? So they're a little bit scared of everything, but I'd really like to show him. So we're gonna keep working multiple times a day and just get him to walk as pretty as we can. No matter how they all do at the show, I'm most proud of the fact that we stuck with the training the last month or so, because they've all responded really well and everybody's walking and nobody's fighting us too much. So I'm hopeful for a better experience than last year. When it comes to goat shows, it's not like they score better if they walk really well, but they do score better if the judge can see their natural body type and their natural walk. So a goat that walks better is likely to do better in the ring, so that's why we spent so much time, multiple times a day, walking them gently, scratching them, rewarding them. No treats are allowed in the ring, but if you can get your goat to walk relatively well, they have a much better chance of looking pretty and looking like they should look. So, crossing our fingers. Oof, guys, this show season prep has almost done me in. It's a lot of work. So, I have to hand it to HelloFresh for keeping us fed in the meal department. As you guys know, we love using HelloFresh for those times of the week where you don't know what to make for dinner and everybody is hungry. HelloFresh has produce that goes from the farm to your front door in under a week. So that means you're always gonna get the freshest flavors. It's super easy to throw together because there are step-by-step picture recipes and pre-portioned ingredients. So you'll cut out a lot of prep time and get dinner on the table fast. It'll make busy days that much easier by cutting out that meal prep and extra trips to the grocery store. Also, HelloFresh is the first carbon neutral meal kit company, and nearly all their packaging is recyclable. Tonight's dinner was buffalo honey chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, and fresh green beans. It was super quick, and my family devoured it. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code WEEDUM16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts.
Open up my heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Love, love. Open up my heart and you'll find love.
Nina, you're
Every day.
You're the queen. Come on, you get a treat.
Every day we try to get her to take her little probiotic treat. She refuses. Okay, give it to Willow instead.
Okay, here, Willow.
Oh. Not only will she not eat it, she won't
Yeah.
let anybody else eat it.
Here you go.
Here you go, Willow. Oh, yum. Oh, little Godric Gryffindor. He looks just like Willow.
You do look just like Willow, don't you?
Well, it's time to say goodbye to Griffin. He's going as a pet, so he's gonna be castrated and he'll be what we call a wether. This is such buck-like behavior.
Yeah, that's what bucks do.
The bucks loved, I don't know why, but they always love to run their heads on people. And look, she's almost white underneath, Lydia.
No.
So we originally put Faye in here with Griffin because they were both acting too buck-like to be with the girls. But now, since Griffin is going to his new home, Faye's gonna be lonely, so she needs a buddy. That's why we brought Blair in here with her. Eventually, Faye will go to a new home, and Blair will go back with the other little girls. So we put Blair in here with her 2 siblings so she can play for a little bit. Lydia, Blair still is the biggest. Look how big she is. She's so big. So the babies are fully weaned from Olive, but we've been giving them bottles because we know the new owners have been wanting them at their new homes, and we want to just have that option in case they want to bottle feed for a little bit. Sometimes it's fun for new owners, but some of them don't take to the bottles very well, and some of them are really picky about it. Do you want a bottle?
I always do that.
She doesn't want it. They don't want it. Griffin does okay, but Faye's not having it.
This is the best craft because it's all from the garbage. This crate goes around those water storage things. Get those for free on Craigslist. This was a leftover metal piece we had on the farm. Makes this the best craft ever because it's repurposed stuff. That's how you grade it. I don't even have to ask you guys. It's 2 thumbs up, craft in the corner. Not even close to craft in the corner. This craft turned out so good because DaNelle is a genius.
I am.
Yes.
Well, I already knew that, so.
That's true. But years ago, she bought these awesome parts and we have lots of them and we've never been able to use them, but they are perfect hinges.
Ooh. Wow, that is cool. I like that.
We have a bunch of them and now we can make a whole bunch of gates on our cattle panels. They fit perfectly on cattle panels.
Is there any way you could do one of those other latches that you have on there though? That goes cha-ching? No? Show your face right now. Show your... I love it though. It's perfect. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. See, I'm not very strong. I didn't even barely cut it. Look at that. Your thing's not sharp enough. You're just gonna have to do it. Sharpen it. Sharpen it up. Watch your fingers.
I am.
Nice. All right, we've got the first stage. It is lined with rubber, so the animals can't slip.
Nice.
And guys, the convincing I had to do to get this guy right here to put rubber on the bottom. He's like, no, they won't slip. They won't. Yes, they will. They will slip.
We will see. She wants the wrong side. Supposed to have the non-slip side on that side.
No, that's not non-slip. That's really, really rough. And you got to put shavings down. So you have that has sort of a dusty layer. You can't put shavings on the slippery side. I promise. So no, I know I'm right because I asked the guy at Tractor Supply and he was like, yeah, you put the diamond side on the bottom because you want airflow so when they pee and everything and you wash it out, it dries. I'm right.
I think that was like a teenager.
No, I don't care. He's qualified. So we're compromising. I got the rubber. Kevin got to put these repurposed cages in here. I wanted a whole built-in system, but this actually does work really well.
Okay, this is the tour of the travel trailer. First cage.
Crawl in there.
Second cage. And then third cage.
In that back corner. There we go. We've got 3 separate cages.
Ah.
All right, guys, I don't think I can be any more ready for the show that's coming up. I've completely organized all of my supplies and labeled everything, of course. I also got a banner for our herd name. Oh my gosh, so excited. This show is a really big one and the whole family's going. We're gonna camp at the site in the nice hot weather. It'll be awesome. And we're gonna show hopefully all of our beautiful does and our new babies. I'm so excited. So we're good to go. We're ready to go. Now I can take a little breather before the show starts. Well, thank you so much for joining us in today's video. In the meantime, if you wanna watch one of our favorite videos, go ahead and click here.